Alright, one of my go-to builds is the tank build. This one is an absolute monster. You'll take hits like a fortress, but also dish out insane critical hit damage. And you make bosses regret even looking at you. If you're tired of dodging and want to go toe to toe with everything the game throws at you, this is the build you need to check out. Alright, let's get into it. The build revolves around the Wukong armor set, one of the most powerful and unique sets in Black Myth Wukong. It's not easy to get, because you need to complete the game once and then unlock the secret area in chapter 5 again to craft it completely. But once you do, you'll see that it's definitely worth it. And if you need any more information about how to get to the Wukong armor, I already made a video about this and it's on my channel. It's called How to Get the Wukong Armor. So, let's get started. As you know, this armor is the core of the build. So, the mask alone is a game changer. It grants extra focus whenever you take damage, and under the effect of tenacity, it gains even more. And if you equip everything from the set, it will also boost your defense whenever you hit. So, there's also a little bit of a downside. It disables the perfect dodges. But let's be honest, with this build you don't need them, because you're not gonna go dodging, you're gonna take damage and give damage. To complete this armor set, we're going to use the Dark Iron Staff. This staff converts your defense into attack power, making it the perfect weapon for this tank build. The tankier you are, the harder you hit. It's simple as that. For the vessel, you've got a few options depending on your playstyle. If you want to go all in on defense, pick the Wind Tamer for adding additional damage reduction. But my personal favorite is the Needle. It boosts critical hit chance and critical hit damage, which is exactly what you want to turn this tank into a cannon. For the Spirit, I always go for the Wandering Wight. This one gives you an extra 30 defense, and with this build that pushes your total over 700 in New Game Plus. If you're not in New Game Plus mode yet, just aim to get your defense as high as possible. More defense means more power with this build. Alright, let's get over to our Curios. I would say start off with the combination of the Jade Moon and the Gold Sun Crow. These are a must-have for their bonus damage reduction. Then stack as many defensive curios as possible, like for example the gold spiked plate or the agate jars. And if you want to add a little bit more offensive edge, then the Beast Buddha is a great option for boosting your critical hit damage. Now for your sparks, I will say first off go to the survival tree, then go for rough skin. This one increases your defense even further. Then go to the transformation tree. Then look for steadfast. This one also boosts your defense during the transformation, but also without the transformation. So keep that in mind, that this one is not only for transformations. For the gourds, drinks and soaks, I recommend the Supreme Gourd paired with the Nine Skies drink. This one restores ki, which is essential for using your spirits and the needle. As for soaks, go for the Beam Mountain Stone for extra sips, the Laurel Buds for increased damage reductions, and the Theta Jade Lotus for higher defense. Now, let's see this tank build in action. Watch as I take on some of the toughest bosses in the game. Notice how I can absorb hits and still deal devastating damage. Also the critical damage sometimes deals way more than you expect for a single hit. Sometimes it's even over 8000 damage. This build is a tank, but a tank with a massive cannon. And there you have it. This is one of the most ultimate tank builds in Black Myth Wukong. If you're ready to crush bosses and dominate in New Game Plus mode, this is the way to go. And if you are in your first cycle and you have already 2 pieces of this armor set, I would advise to combine it with the Monkey King armor. The critical hit damage and the defensive parts of those 4 armor pieces are really good for the last part of your playthrough. I even finished the game with that exact same setup. So, if you liked this video and found it helpful, feel free to like and subscribe to my channel. And as always, drop a comment if you have any thoughts or suggestions for future videos. I'd like to thank you all for watching this video, and I see you all in the next one.